Andy, and here's my third question. I do see some risk in the unit of analysis concept. That is, like, what if you get the unit of analysis wrong? Like, what if you have misidentified it and have correspondingly misdiagnosed, like, domino-like, the developmental ripples of that germ cell? And misdiagnosis aided, of course, by natural human cognitive tricks and biases of confirmation. So, is there a certain scientific method of sorts that can confirm the validity of any given unit of analysis diagnosis? Because getting it wrong seems like it could be consequential. So, you should probably be able to tell by my questions the extent to which I grasp this concept. It's tenuous at best, but I hope this makes sense nonetheless. All right, so thanks. Looking forward to hearing your thoughts.
Yes, there's, of course, a problem of making a mistake in identifying a unit of analysis. It's not really so much as making a mistake. You see, if you choose a unit of analysis, that gives you a specific lens into the world. You know, if you take some relation and then you look at how this relation develops if it's generalized. If this simple something becomes universal, what have you got? Now, if you do that correctly, in the sense that you follow the logic of the unit, then and you inform yourself through observation rather than just doing it in your head, then you'll get an understanding of something. That something may be quite a marginal phenomenon. Like you might be in a medical field or perhaps a psychiatric field and come across some rather odd mental problem, and you can reduce that to a unit of analysis, and you might get a picture of that phenomenon that gives you a very clear concept of it, but it'd be very marginal to life as a whole. There is an art to taking some situation of general or personal interest, a complex problem, and finding that simple something, that concrete simple something that one can understand viscerally, which characterizes the whole. There's an art to that, but um, if you don't do that correctly, you'll just get a partial picture. Now, there is a possibility of doing this kind of thing completely erroneously, like taking some relationship and simply asserting that this is everywhere. I'll give you an example, what in my view is an erroneous application. Michel Foucault is a French philosopher, very popular nowadays among the people on the left. And he looked back in history and found in the origins of mass conscription into the military and the establishment of prisons in the 18th century to be like the germ cell of modern society. And he analysed modern day society as a kind of process of mass control. Yeah? Now, that's a view, but in my view, it's completely erroneous in explaining the kind of world we live in. But it expresses a view, right? And there's all sorts of like I'll give you another example. Um, Mainstream economics says that the unit of analysis for economics is the rational actor, the individual who has it's in the simplest instance a fantastic ability to calculate their own rational material self-interest and act accordingly. And that if you take that to be the unit of economics, that you can you practically unfold the entire science of economics. Now that simple unit is has been elaborated For instance, that the irrational actor may have incomplete information, or they may get their information with some delay, receive messages late, and that requires a more complex analysis. And it's a well, anyway, you build up the science of economics that way. It gives you an insight. I mean, you can't argue that economic science is completely 100% wrong from top to bottom. No, it gives you some insights. People make masses of money writing computer programs on that assumption and playing the stock market and getting rich. If that's what they want to do, that's fine. Okay, so the thing is that each unit analysis gives you a certain view of the world, and as we've discussed before, there will be some validity in that view. Okay? But the thing is to be conscious of what you're doing. Your economic scientist simply asserts unthinkingly that the economy is made up of rational individuals, rational actors. Did they ever think about that? I mean, if you think about it for a moment, it's obviously false. Okay? That'll do.